Hello, Genesis family. Pastor Dustin here with you all today on what is the last day of October, and it is also Halloween. By the time you see this, your kids will already be sugared up. So I pray God's graces on you, that you had a great evening and we'll have a great weekend as well. But we're here to do our weekly devotional vlog. And for today, I'm going to focus on Psalm 23 because two verses from that psalm are going to be the anchor verse for our upcoming sermon series, Overflow, which Pastor Suzanne will be kicking off for us this coming Sunday. So if we can, in the NIV, read our text for our vlog. It reads, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall lack nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He refreshes my soul. He guides me along the right paths for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil. For you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely your goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever." Amen. I love Psalm 23. One, I first love where this psalm is positioned. We talked about this in the summer, how oftentimes the Psalms have this kind of flow to them, where it comes from struggle, lament, to a psalm of trust and dependence, to a psalm of praise. And Psalm 23, which we know and love, is in that kind of sequence. Psalm 22 is a psalm that leads with, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? And why are you so far from my groaning? I call to you in the morning, and you don't hear my crying. In the evening, I am still not silent." This psalm of agony, of suffering, of pain, lament. And then on the other end, Psalm 24, it's the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, the earth and they that dwell inside of it. For he has founded it upon the seas, and he has established it upon the waters. Right? This psalm of trust, of God's power, of his sovereignty, of his providence, that he is a provider and protector of his people. And so these are the psalms that couch Psalm 23. And 23 is a psalm of dependence and trust, where the writer David looks back. He's probably on a run, maybe, from Saul or Absalom, and he is thinking about his time as a shepherd, probably observing another shepherd somewhere in the countryside. And he pens these words, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall lack nothing. But for our sermon series, we focus in on these verses here. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, and my cup overflows. I love this verse because we have this word before. You prepare a table before me, right? And this table always symbolizes the hospitality and welcome and grace of God, that we have been invited to his table as his sons and his daughters, and he has prepared this massive, beautiful feast for us. But the imagery that we have here is that this table, buffet table that he has set, is done so before our enemies. What a paradox that we have been invited into this great party, this meal with the Father, but the enemies are also present. They can see the meal. And uses this word before, and I love this word before because before is can be used as an adverb of time. Which means that when God sets this blessing before you, that he will do it time-wise before he blesses your enemies. That people who stood against you, who fought against you, who plotted on your downfall, who desired for you to fail and to lose, will have to watch you be blessed while they are still longing and desiring for their own portion, right? The thing that they did not want you to have, the thing that they tried to keep from you, God will bless you while they can see it before they are blessed. And so it is an adverb of time, but it also functioned as a preposition of place. And this is the beauty of the table, that this table is laid out. We have been welcomed into God's hospitality, right? And it is before, right, in the place that the enemy can see, right? That they are there, but they cannot stop what God is doing. How much comfort can we take in the fact that our Father blesses us in front of enemies, right? Before them time chronologically, but also before them physically, right? And they can't do anything about it, right? That those whom the Lord blesses, those whom the Lord protects, those whom the Lord provides for, what the Lord does for us, no one can take it away from you. What the Lord has for you is for you. And we can be confident in that we can live and experience his hospitality. We can experience the fact that he has brought us into this beautiful meal where he gives us a cup that overflows, that he has given us much more than we even need. So what? He has given us that so that we can be a blessing to others, that as we have been blessed, that we allow the overflow to flow to those whom God has called us into community with, to bless them. And maybe even so that you can be a blessing to that enemy who sits before you, who God blessed you before, so that you can be the bridge that brings them into wholeness, the reconciler, that you use your gift to bless those who would not bless you, so that they can come around and see that God is a God of love and God is a God of grace and mercy, even to those who once postured themselves against his people, that there is a way back for them as well. So be encouraged by that. Be encouraged by that we are God's children and he has called us into a relationship of overflow. Be blessed as you hear Pastor Suzanne preach this Sunday, and I look forward to seeing you in worship. Amen.